We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Wednesday, April 12th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak weekdays at 7 a.m. Watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. We're going to take a quick look now at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi, and let's start with the Weather Underground forecast for today. Partly cloudy skies, high of 80 degrees, low of 56, a 20% chance of rain. 3-day outlook Thursday, partly cloudy, high of 83, low of 59, and just a 20% chance of rain. Friday, partly cloudy again, high of 85, low of 59, 10% chance of rain. The trend continues Saturday, partly cloudy, high of 84, low of 60, a 10% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from your Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Wednesday. U.S. Senator Roger Wicker believes a number of programs that benefit Mississippi will survive President Trump's proposed budget cuts. The Tupelo Republican specifically mentioned the Appalachian Regional Commission as well as grant programs for small airports. Both programs were eliminated in the initial budget released by the president. Wicker made his comments at Tuesday's Mississippi State University Stennis Institute of Government Capitol Press Corps luncheon. Wicker said if a spending level is agreed to by Congress and if ARC is funded within that level, then they ought to fund the commission. The ARC is an economic development program that encompasses much of Northeast Mississippi. It was created in the 1960s to develop programs to combat poverty in parts of a 13-state region, including 24 counties in Mississippi. Wicker said in order to curtail spending, entitlements such as Social Security and Medicare must be addressed. He said that involves slowing growth, not cutting any of the benefits. Demolition of a condemned former motel began Tuesday in Tupelo. A building that's been labeled an eyesore and a health hazard is being torn down by a wrecking crew. Originally built in 1972 as a Ramada Inn, the motel housed travelers for 3+ decades before changing hands and being rebranded as a travel lodge in 2006. In 2011, all business operations were shuttered at the site, which is located on North Gloucester Street near McCullough Boulevard. And since that time, the building has fallen into severe disrepair, and the Tupelo City Council declared it a menace to public health in 2016. Businesses in proximity to the old building, including 2 hotels and the Summit Center, are glad to see the demolition begin, given how its presence had what they believe was a negative effect on their own operations. The city of Tupelo is paying about $194,000 to Gulf Services Contracting to tear down the building. The city paid that company approximately $209,000 last year to remove asbestos from the structure. To recover all that money, the city will place a lien on the property, which means any money ever paid to purchase the property must first be used to satisfy the lien. The Lion King was brought to the stage by Shannon Elementary school students on Tuesday. The school put on the production with the help of a grant from Disney. That grant, procured by the school's drama club co-sponsors Joy Lucius and Robin Newell, funded the purchase of materials and rights for the students to put on the play as its spring show. The grant covered the cost of the items the school needed, which Lucius said ended up being between $3,000 and $4,000. The students were able to create elaborate costumes and sets for the show, and the teachers were able to purchase related teaching material and instruments, among other supplies. The students performed a condensed version of one of Disney's longest-running Broadway productions with a roughly 45-minute runtime. Students had to audition for roles in the show. Before jumping into production, which was a months-long process, students visited Tupelo Community Theater to learn how a show gets from auditions to opening night. And in sports, former Ole Miss quarterback Chad Kelly has had another setback. His agent with JPS Sports Management confirmed that Kelly had surgery on his right wrist Monday, which will keep him from throwing a football for about 3 months. Noted orthopedic specialist Dr. James Andrews performed the surgery and expects a full recovery for Kelly, whose pro day workout at Ole Miss on April 3rd was cut short when he experienced discomfort in his wrist. A private workout for Kelly was rescheduled for April 22nd, but now he won't get to throw in front of pro scouts before the NFL draft, which is April 27th through 29th. Kelly suffered a torn ACL in early November, causing him to miss the final 3 games of the season. He was almost completely recovered from that when the wrist injury occurred. Kelly's health makes it difficult to project when he might be drafted, but his agents expect it to be in the middle rounds. That does it for Newsbreak on this Wednesday. We do want to remind you to check out a couple of the podcasts we produce here at the Daily Journal. The Memo, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment with myself and W. Derek Russell. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Find it in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. Also, Prep Rally, a high school sports podcast with myself, Gene Phelps, and Blake Morgan. New episodes every Wednesday. You can go find that in iTunes as well, or any of your podcast apps. Also, stream it online at preprally.djournal.com. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal or at djournal.com. Follow us on Twitter at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak on this Wednesday. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.